raspberry peach cake. To get started, we're going to be pouring in 3/4 cup of oil, 4 large eggs, and blend everything together because we want the eggs and oil to be combined, so when we add other ingredients, the batter will be smooth. Then add in 1 cup of sugar, and 1 cup of thick buttermilk. And now blend everything together. We add buttermilk to make our cake really moist and juicy because it adds a great flavor to the cake. Next, add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Next, I'm going to be sifting all my dry ingredients using a sifter. So we have 2 cups of all-purpose flour, and 2 teaspoons of baking soda, and 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now blend everything together in low speed. Our batter is ready. That means it's time to butter our pans. I'm using a little bit of butter to butter my pans. You could use oil, spam, melted ghee, whatever you want. It's time to evenly divide our batter among the 2 cake pans. So I'm going to be adding a little in this pan, and then I'm going to top it with some raspberries. We do the same thing for a second cake pan too. We'll add a little bit of cake batter, and then we're going to top it off with some raspberries. And then we're going to be adding a second layer of batter. We do this so there is 2 even layers of raspberries. Because if we just add a lot of batter and just top it off with raspberries, you only get raspberries to the bottom. But we want it both to the top and the bottom, so we're going to add another layer of batter, and then we're going to top it off with more raspberries. This will help us to get a really nice raspberry flavor. Now it's time to bake. We're going to bake at 350 degrees for 20 minutes until the cakes are ready to go. When the cakes are baking, we're going to start with our peach filling. This is really simple, but it takes a lot of time. Here I have 1 cup of chopped peaches and 1 cup of peach sparkling water. I'm going to be adding sparkling water because I want my peaches to soak in the sparkling water to get some taste and some moisture. It's so good. Now it's time for raspberry sauce. This sauce is delicious and so simple. For the sauce, we're going to be needing 1 cup of raspberries and 1/4 cup of sugar. We're going to smash these in a low heat. So after you're done smashing it a little, use a spoon to smash it a little bit more and let it boil for 2 to 3 minutes until the sauce is ready. After doing your smashing, turn on your stove to medium heat so it boils quicker. My sauce is done. I let it cool before I started straining it because it's easier and we need to cool it for the frosting. Now for the cream cheese frosting. Here I have an 8 ounce of cream cheese, which is 1 stick of cream cheese. And then to that I'm going to be adding in our raspberry sauce and blending it until they both are combined and smooth. When yours is nicely smooth, add in a little bit of chopped raspberries. Then add in 1/4 cup of melted white chocolate. And now blend everything together until the melted chocolate is incorporated with the rest of the cream cheese frosting. Next, I have 1 cup of heavy whipping cream and 1/2 cup of sugar. And blend everything together until it forms into thick peaks. Then add that heavy whipping cream into the cream cheese frosting. And now blend everything together. After you're done blending your frosting together, you can add a little bit of pink food color. This is optional, but I thought adding a little bit of pink gives a really nice bright color. Now it's time to frost the cake. So my cakes are out of the oven. So before we get frosting, we have to cut out the extras. So I'm going to cut off the top layer and the extras. And so I'm going to be cutting each cake into halves so I can end up with a 4-layered cake. You don't have to do that. You can keep this a 2-layered cake depending on how you like it. So I applied a layer of frosting. Then I'm going to be adding in our chopped peaches that we soaked in the sparkling water. Before we add that into the cake, make sure you drain all the sparkling water before you add that to the cake. Because if you keep it with the water, the frosting might melt. Do the same thing to rest of your cake layers. I'm done stacking my cake layers, then I'm going to frost the surroundings of my cake. After you're done frosting your cake, you can decorate it however you want, but I decorated with peaches and raspberries. And this is such a good birthday cake and such a tropical cake. It has such a summer vibes and it's just delicious.